Hey guys and girls, it's Nathan Birch here from B.Invested.com.au HQ, and today I'm here to talk to you about different ways to get your deposit. There's a lot of people out there at the moment saying, I can save up but I can't use, a 5% deposit. I've saved a 5% deposit but I can't buy the property, or whatever the case may be. Now, be a bit think a little bit harder. It's not all about having to save that money. I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to put a big fat disclaimer on this to say, really think about this, because I might say stuff, and if you use it flippantly, you use the information flippantly, you could cause yourself disaster, you could push yourself into a silly position, and you can make mistakes. So just follow very carefully. I'm not giving any financial advice. I'm not giving any, strategy. I'm not saying go jump off a cliff, but I'm saying if you jump off a cliff and you have a rope tied to your foot, you can have some adrenaline run through your body. Make sure that you use it rightly. So, how can you get the deposit for a property? A lot of people in Sydney, there's lots of millionaires that just sat here. They bought a house 5 years ago and they put their family in the house, and they bought a house for 300 grand. It's now worth 600 grand. You've got 300 grand in equity there that you can tap into it. 80%, that 300 grand, 80% is 240 grand. 240 grand is like 5 deposits there for $200,000 properties elsewhere. You could buy 5 properties straight up by tapping into equity, but have you looked at that as an option, or do you think you have to save up that deposit? If you don't have a property yet and you're getting into the market, I've seen people out there that borrow their equity off their parents. They might borrow $100,000 out of equity or their parents' property and use that as funds to put into the next property, into their first property, and get themselves into the property market and be able to capitalize on it. There is options out there. It just depends, being a bit creative about it. What I do say and urge the caution is not to be flippant and go, okay, I'm going to borrow mum and dad's equity. I'm going to go pull the equity out of my own house that I've bought as a family home or whatever, and investing it silly and taking gambles with it. If you're going to do that, you can go down to the casino and put on red and black and, lose the money really quickly and be upset about it quicker and get over it quicker than having to make a big mess of it. It's very important that when you're building a property portfolio, you go back, watch some other videos on this channel, and make sure that you're buying things having a clear plan, knowing exactly where you need to go, having a strategy of how to get there, and also looking at the fact that each property is playing a part of the jigsaw puzzle where the numbers stack up. So what I mean by that is you want to make sure you're buying properties below market value with a good upside for growth and have a good cash flow, because if the property is not below market value, you can't move forward and it makes it too risky, and you've got no growth from day one. You want to be making money from day one with your investments. You want to make sure that there's future growth, because you're buying a property to see that there's going to be growth, and if you're buying it in some Timbuktu town which is never going to have growth, then it's going to limit why you're investing for. If it's going to be costing you lots and lots of money to hold each week and the cash flow's out of whack, it's going to hurt your bottom line, and if you put yourself in a bad position, you could hurt yourself if you're unemployed, sick, all those sorts of things. So very important to follow those 3 keys, but they are options. You do need to go and speak to different people, being it financial planners, being it someone that's going to be a specialised financial strategist, not just your standard mortgage broker, because I don't believe that in the current market that mortgage brokers are up to speed on everything that's happening out in the marketplace. So you have a good financial planner and a good financial strategist, i.e. mortgage broker, to deal with. If you have any questions to that, make notes below, subscribe to the Facebook page, and if you have any further questions, call the office on 1300 367 925. Catch up soon. Have an awesome day.